Sugar Buggers, welcome back to the channel. So today is a super exciting day in this video, let alone actually. So we are going to be starting our first episode of the Sims 4 City Living. But before I went ahead and decided to jump on in, I wanted to go and do a little bit of a introduction. My name is Jen, aka X Urban Sims, here on YouTube. Basically, in a nutshell, I do Sims LPs. I also do occasionally some other games. What else could I tell you about myself? I've been doing this for about 3 years, and basically my Sims LPs are relatively based around storyline. So I love to get a little Jerry Springer with it. Sometimes I like to keep it more on the tasteful side a little bit. I'm also pregnant. Hey, holla at your girl. Might be a little out of breath, might be a little wheezy. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought I should go ahead and tell you that real quick. So what else do I have to say? If you are looking for the Create a Sim stuff, oh my god, so important, right? And you want to see that, there's a whole separate video. I'll link that down below in the description for you to check out. It's just dedicated to Create a Sim. And then a little FTC/disclaimer, I was given a early release copy of City Living for review purposes and just to kind of be able to produce these videos for you guys a little bit earlier than normal, and also give you my thoughts and my opinions and all that kind of jazz. One of the things that EA stresses is being honest and open with your thoughts and opinions so they can actually take those thoughts and opinions and put them towards future expansion packs and whatnot. So even though that won't change or, you know, manipulate my thoughts and opinions in any way, shape, or form, I also encourage you too to leave your thoughts and opinions down below. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, so welcome to San Mayshuno. Here we are in the fashion district, and this part in the beginning of it is going to be basically you and I getting acquainted with our brand new familia. So I was playing this family kind of like on the side as a personal household for a little minute, and then I was kind of thinking, God, I really love her story. I love where it's going. There's just so much to it, and I really did want to play a family or a sim that had already kind of lived life a little bit and had a really detailed, enriched background story, you know, for future parts to come. And I just think that that makes a really good base to an amazing storyline. So I'm not sure if this will be a dramatic LP or whatever kind of LP it will be. It's still very much up for discussion and obviously determination by you guys. But I think you really are going to enjoy the backstory and the character and her future as it unfolds in front of you guys. So I'm really, really excited to kick off this new Let's Play. So as you guys can see, we live in a very nice flat. It's a high-rise apartment. It's not the most fanciest of fancies. And to be honest, I'm sure Juniper's family would feel like, you know, she deserved a penthouse in the hills or something. But we'll get into that in just a minute. It's good. It does the job. But yeah, let's just talk a little bit more about our sim for a hot second. So this is my beloved Juniper. I love her with all my heart. When I was creating her, her story spoke rather, and I just felt like I really connected with her. She has such a fun, quirky little personality. She's not perfect, and I feel like she's super duper freaking relatable. So this is her in the flesh. Her name is Juniper Thurston. She's a young adult. However, she's kind of like in her mid to later 20s, I don't know, but she's still really figuring out herself. Now, this is her family tree. Her mother is actually from Pakistan, and as you can see, she is deceased. Unfortunately, Amira Attard passed away when Juniper was about 15 years old. However, they had her and her father, Waylon Thurston, who's American, by the way. They had been divorced since Juniper was about 5. Shortly after, her dad ended up having a son with, we really don't know who, actually. It was a random woman, and, you know, clearly she didn't have any plans of sticking around. You know, the assumption, at least from Amira's perspective, it was probably, you know, one of his politicians or something. He really doesn't know, even though, I'm just saying, he looks a lot like Juniper. They don't share the same mother, but they share the same father, so maybe that's where he's getting it from. I'm not quite sure. I feel like he kind of has maybe a little bit of you know, Asian descent in him for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, he's a lot younger than Juniper. Well, not a lot. He's 5 years younger. And he is a little meathead. He is this eccentric, like, party boy who, you know, just wants the ritz and the glitz and the glam. And he wants to drive the Maserati and impress the ladies. And although that is so because of their father's upbringing, who has, like, a very classic feel to the way that he thinks that, you know, women aren't as money driven, and he's kind of very narrow minded. He's just, I don't know what the hell he's thinking. But Juniper has a great relationship with her father. It's just, he's very, like, success driven. He thinks that money equals success, and he wants his kids to be the best of the best, and he doesn't want them to live in a, you know, a flea pit motel or a house with problems or cockroaches and mice. No. That is way too below Mr. Waylon Thurston, let alone his children. I mean, he was a big tycoon in the government, or the political industry, in fact, and he was a mayor of SIMS City, and so that's where we kind of think the affair thing happened, and that's how Brett kind of pops along. But Brett is definitely following in his dad's footsteps. He's currently in the political career, starting as an unruly activist, which I think he'll progress quite nicely because he does have his dad as a reference. But his dad wants him to struggle a little bit and kind of fight for it if he really wants it. Whereas I would say Juniper really didn't get a lot of that you know, that leadway. She definitely has fought for everything that she has, and it shows. You know, she's a go-getter, but I feel like a lot of it is because she feels like she needs to impress her brother, and she needs to impress her father, who still hasn't seen her condo apartment, I guess, and that's for many reasons. So this is her little space. It's tiny. I mean, it's a 2-bedroom, 3-bath kind of like condo-ish apartment. The rent on this bad boy, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to like pull it up really quick to even show you guys. The lot value is $17,000, but I think the rent on this, if I'm not mistaken, gosh, I don't even remember. I think it's like it's like $1,000 or something. It's pricier, obviously, because it is more of an upscale area. And Juniper's dad was not going to have her living in a dump. So he gave her part of her trust fund money, which was like about 20,000 simoleons or so, and basically said, knock yourself out, kid, find the best that you can find, and make it work. So even though he's given her this money, he's never really like actually pursued her, you know, or seen the apartment. But her brother has the key, I think. I think he has the key. I'm not sure if she's given him the key. I think she has. She's given him the key, and he kind of comes and goes and does whatever. He makes fun of her and pokes fun at her place, you know, sometimes, and like laughs at her because she doesn't have like a lot of stuff or anything like that. But you know what? She doesn't live with daddy, and her brother Brett does. So I'm kind of curious to see how he kind of lives his life and where it takes him these days. So a little more about Juniper and the influences she's gotten from her mother. God, her mother was a terrific cook. Her mother knew how to throw it down in the kitchen. Yes, holla at you, girl. And so does Juniper. Well, she's still very early on in learning the arts and the tricks of the trade of the culinary arts, and she wants to be a food critic. That's what she like aspires to be. You know, she knows that would be something her mother would have been super freaking proud of, and that's something that Juniper has always loved. She loves food. She loves, like, you know, all different types of food from all different places all over the world, and that's why she really loves living in San Mayshuno, because they have amazing food carts here, you guys. Amazing. So she really hopes that she'll learn some of those recipes and she'll be able to make those for herself, and apparently throwing some good old earwax just in the mix of the salads. It's a nice taste. It's like a vinaigrette. But she is currently level 3 in the critic career. She is a beach reporter. Let me see what else. She obviously wants to be a master chef, which I think is really cool. She needs to cook 5 excellent meals, cook 2 meals while inspired. And did I mention her traits? She's actually a vegetarian. She's very cheerful. She's a good person, and she has this perfect perfect essence of flavor. Like, she just knows what goes great with each dish. And she's just, you know, she's just really handy like that. She loves food. So as you can imagine, she loves to go to like all the nice restaurants and whatnot around the city. So I'm actually going to go have her kind of clean up a little bit. I don't know if she has to go to work today. She doesn't. She goes to work in 2 days. So I don't really know if there's anything else to say. If you guys didn't already catch the fact that her mother was like a huge foodie and like that's kind of carried on to Juniper, then obviously I think I just explained to it now. Anything about her personal life that I should add? Oh, abso-freaking-lutely. The flea market's in town. Oh my God. And Juniper, you are exhausted. We're going to have to go check it out. I mean, Juniper needs some cheap stuff for her apartment. She's only got 950 simoleons to make it happen, Captain. So let's go ahead and leave the dishes. She's definitely living her life like a young adult. And me tripping and stumbling all over my words, I know that's a tough pill to swallow, girl. But it's definitely the pregnancy. It's a freaking mess. So we're going to have her go out here. She likes to water her little plants and, you know, earn a couple simoleons from that. That's kind of her thing. She's very, like, how do you say, down to earth. And that's why I love her. I really love her. Like, I genuinely do. I just think she doesn't have, like, a catty bone in her body. But I feel like if she really had to, she could get pretty freaking sassy real damn quick, you know? So let's go and see what else that this little chickadee needs before I tell you about her personal life. Because trust me, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need it. Let me see if we can buy any. Okay, we have 150 points. Oh my gosh, we could almost get a sleep replacement. Just kidding. We are like such a ways off of a sleep replacement. So if we're going to have some time to go to the flea market here, we're going to have to take a quick little nap. I know, so boring. So while she's taking a couple Z's down, I'm going to go and tell you guys a little bit about her personal life. So Juniper, obviously, with many things, it looks like we have a visitor. Was visiting some friend. Yeah, I'm sure you were, and figured a surprise visit would be nice. Let's hang out and have some fun. We can eat and chat or even do some push-ups. Of course we can. This is her brother, by the way. Ooh, 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 ooh. He is so freaking, he's cute though. Like, I think he's cute. I think he's so cute. I'm kind of curious, though, about him a little. I don't really know that much about this guy, but he is such a meathead. Like, he's full of himself. So there was another guy that walked in, and you're probably wondering, who is this man just helping himself to a glass of water? This is Mr. Kengo, I think is his name. I think it's Kengo. But we call him Ken because, as you can imagine, I can barely pronounce any of his names. And he is a little bit older than Miss Juniper. They've been kind of seeing each other for a while. They really like each other. They've dated a couple times and like gone to different restaurants and stuff. He really like loves like food and he loves to go to the festivals and he just, you know, he's just a really down to earth, family oriented sim, right? Well, there's something that Mr. Ken has been kind of withholding from Juniper, afraid essentially that it would basically kind of push her away from him. He has a kid, you guys, and I didn't plan that. He just did. He had a child and I found out and I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, Juniper has no idea that this guy has a kid. And it's kind of funny because he always talks about family and like, you know, is it important to you? And he's always kind of like hinting it and dropping it, you know, dropping it down. But he never really like has brought it up. And I find that really odd. I hope he still have time to go to that flea market. When does it start? Okay, you cannot travel away. The situation's running. Okay, it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we definitely have some time. But anyway, what was I saying? So I don't know what's going to happen between them. She really likes him and he likes her. You know, they kind of know each other, the brother and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. He has met her friends and it's kind of getting to that point where it's serious. Like, they've already kissed and stuff, but, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. So, anyway, that's kind of where we're at. She also has a really good friend named Penny Pizzazz, who is a part of the internet personality at Instagram. And actually, I think Miss Penny is on a billboard somewhere around here. I think she's actually on a billboard in maybe the Spice Market. So, yeah, she doesn't have a key yet. But she's apparently one of our neighbors because I think she lives in the other apartment. I'm not sure where it is, like over here. So she's technically a neighbor, and she's a really cool chick, down to earth, super, super fun, trying to make it, you know, in the social media career, that kind of stuff, and I really like her. So that's pretty much everybody who's like close friends to Mrs. Juniper. And then we have our neighbors who are right over here somewhere. We have Akira, and then also this Miko chick, which they kind of get along, give or take. I mean, they're really freaking loud and noisy, and they piss Juniper off a lot. Anyways, I went ahead and ended the social event, ooh la la, just a little bit earlier than I had anticipated, just because I really want to take you guys to the, what is it called again? I'm like totally freaking forgetting what festival is this. The Flea Market, because it's definitely one of my favorites. But of course, we had to go ahead and say hello to our beau. It would be kind of rude for him to come all the way out of his way to visit us, and then we just dip out without saying hello. So what we're gonna go do is check out the market for some trash or treasures. We're also going to see if we can find some snow globes, some posters. I don't know, just a whole array of different things. Again, a lot of the things that Juniper is looking for is just some used furniture to kind of fill up some of the empty spaces in her house. Maybe even see if it's possible to go ahead and get a bargain on some of the items, and then maybe we can sell them for a profit. I don't know if that's a possibility, but as you guys can see, she's really, really, really strapped financially. Like, we just don't have a lot of simoleons to spend, and a lot of that is because, again, she's running out of her trust fund money, and she doesn't have anything else. You know, she's trying to work to make ends meet, and the rent's a lot, and she's trying to keep up with appearances and her family name, the Thurstons. You know, there's a lot of pressure on her shoulders, and we've even kind of considered taking in a roommate, just to kind of cushion the finances a little bit and make it a little more affordable. But I know that if her father found out she was doing that, I honestly don't think she would have it, or he would have it, to be honest. So we'll worry about that when the time comes. It is one of the things that she's stressing out about. Let's just go ahead and take a quick little peek at the market. So there are a couple like furniture items and stuff. I really like this couch a lot. Like, I really, really like this couch. It just doesn't match the aesthetic of our house, unfortunately, but I love it. Like, I think it could kind of work maybe. Another one that I feel that could possibly work is this couch. Ooh, but it's 548 simoleons. That's kind of a little bit out of our price range. There's a mega living chair. We do need a chair. I mean, we only have a couch, but we don't have a chair, for 146, and it doesn't look like we can bargain with anybody. So I think pretty much the prices on the tag are what we'll be paying when it comes to that stuff. How much is this lamp? So this lamp is about 56 simoleons. I don't know. Do we need a lamp? What is she doing? She's grilling something. Oh, she's singing. She's singing karaoke. Oh my God. So another cool little feature I just want to go ahead and tell you guys is, along with, you know, the brand new singing skill that is, I think it's brand new, right? It's new. You can also have your Sims, if you just like click on them, they can practice singing just kind of by their own and doing their own thing, just la 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 in the kitchen. I think it's really cute. Juniper is, as you can tell, not the best singer in the entire world, but I mean, she can definitely hold a tune. I would love to see her kind of progress and get a little bit better, and maybe her and Penny Pizzazz could like have a little girls' night. Oh, that's another thing I didn't tell you the tea. I didn't tell you the tea. Are we hungry or anything? Should we snag something? Okay. I was going to tell you guys, so the other, ooh, hold on. There's like a table full of gems. Don't even get me started, you guys. There's like a mineral thing coming to Seattle, and like, oh, I'm all about that crap. So how much are these? This looks like this is the dude that kind of like owns the table. So let's go see if we can haggle with him. But anyway, so it was singles night at the bar the other day. And literally last night, that's why Juniper's so tired. And so she went out with her brother, because her brother's like, hey, it's single night, sis, you know, like, that sucks. You know, why don't we go out and see if you can catch yourself a beau? Because she's still single. And she was like, fine, you know, only if I could bring my friend Penny, who's also single. So they both went out, and she kind of like introduced herself to her, introduced Penny to her brother, and I don't know, she might actually try to hook them up a little bit later, like, who's laughing now, you know? But yeah, let's see. You have a hard bargain. Tell you what, I'll give you 25% off. All right, well, 25% is 25%. Like I said, you know, buy low, sell high. We're going to try it. So let's look for a rare. The rare, the Literite is rare. So let's go purchase that for 94 simoleons. Yes, we're going to go ahead and see if we can actually end up selling that for more. There's Baconite. There's Socialite, which is kind of fitting for her. There's the Alcorn. So he really doesn't have like a lot of things that are, you know, rare, I guess, or precious metals. But I'm going to have her go over here and she's just going to kind of hawk it, see if we can sell it for 125 simoleons. So there we go. We actually ended up getting $30 or so out of the deal. Here's another little table full of little tiny this, that's, and whatnots. Here's a mini glowing pylon, which I think would be a really cool thing for her house. And she's a sucker for lamps. She loves lamps. So let's go ahead and have her. What is she doing? Is she ordering food? Oh my God, she literally just ate something, but now she's going to go order food. And she just purchased, oh my gosh, we need to have her eat this. She just purchased this, or she's about to purchase this lamp and then totally leave her food at the station. Oh my God. All right, so, oh my gosh, there's a lady that is at the table. We could have haggled with her. Oh my gosh. Well, all right. You know what? We haggled a little bit, but, you know, sometimes you don't always get a good bargain. I didn't realize she was, okay, so who owns this? I have a feeling it's this lady who owns the, no, it's not her. Damn. Okay, so this lady owns the lamps at the table. Who owns this section? I'm not really sure. So anyway, we're going to go have her eat her food because apparently she likes to order dishes and not eat them. So she's eating some I have no idea what this is. It's vegetarian safe, but it is muy caliente. And she has, like, you would think she would have more experience with, like, different types of food since her mom was, like, a culinary genius. But she doesn't. In fact, she, like, decided she was going to go ahead and, like, buy some, like, super cool, what the heck was that? The super cool? I'm telling you, dude, pregnancy-ish is real. Super duper cool curry, spice, and then also a chili powder. I don't know what the hell to do with these, but I'm kind of excited, so we'll see. We also have a snow globe over here that is only worth $15. If we wanted to, we could like place it on a table and try to sell it, but like who's gonna buy a $15 snow globe at this point? Like honestly, not me. So she's just kind of enjoying her day off at the flea market. There's really not like a ton to do, but however, looks like Juniper has taken her first steps on her culinary journey through the city. Eating food from the city unlocks the ability to cook it. There are 26 more recipes to learn. Did she actually learn how to make that dish? I'm excited. Okay, so she just met this lady and she's kind of talking to her and stuff. Or is it this lady? I don't really know. But let's go see. She wants to go. She's not really like a sports person, I'm gonna be honest. She like tries to show off for Ken, but it like really doesn't work out that well. So let's go see what we can find around this city just to kind of make up for the simoleons that we spent on the old on the little lamp there, which I'm excited to go home and like put it down, you know. I don't think there's any other ones. There might be a couple other ones, and sometimes you'll like see little janitors like come by and like they'll work on stuff. I really, you guys, want to get that. I want to get. Did somebody buy it? Wait, where was it? It was a couch. It was right here, wasn't it? Or no, it's the chair. I kind of want this chair, but I feel like it's so expensive. Do you guys think it's expensive? Kind of is. Is this the lady that... Okay, haggle. Let's haggle with this lady and see if she is the one that drives the bargains for the furniture. Because if we can get this on a steal, then this would make a lot of sense, you know? Oh my God. How embarrassing. Oh my God. That moment that your dad sees you haggling with the lady because, hunty, you can't afford it, and the lady denies you. Are you crazy? I'm already losing money at these prices. So here's my dad. Oh my God. I am so embarrassed. Like, and he just walks away from me like he doesn't even know my name, but of course he does, you know? So I'm going to come over here and, oh my God, I'm going to give him a hug. Regardless if her dad's a very, like, closed-minded thinker, You know, he's a good guy at heart. He has a good heart. So anyway, he wants to come check out the flea market because he heard it's like a really fun like cultural experience. I don't know what he heard, but anyway, he's just trying to see how she's doing in her career. And of course, she's kind of like lying a little bit and like zhooshing him up and making him think like she's way more successful than she is. And he's pretty excited about that. He's like, oh, when are you going to come and let me see your new place? And she's like, oh, soon. It's, you know, still still in disarray, lots of boxes everywhere. You know how it is. The movers, they just threw everything everywhere. And he's like, yeah, I can totally understand that. He's like, well, why don't you hire a cleaning lady? You know, she'll tidy up the place for you. I'll give you the number to Jane. And of course she's thinking, yeah, okay. I'll get on that, Dad. I'll get on that. All right. So anyway, we have that conversation. We are not giving him an apartment key. Of course, he kind of probably wonders why, you know, we wouldn't. But anyway, be careful with those hands. Well, you might catch these ones. What are you freaking out about, honey? You know I'm fine. You just want to be mine. No, I'm just fine. Anyway, that's too much. So let's go over here and just pretend like we've got dollars to spend and purchase this chair in front of our dad. Because, I mean, even though we're buying it at a, you know, a flea market, I mean, I looked really cheap earlier, you know? So, all right, we're going to go ahead and head on home. I think there really isn't much else to do here, to be honest. But I love this festival. Like, this is and the stuff changes. It's not the same every single time. So I think that's kind of fun too. You know, you never know what to expect. Like, it's a good time. And we could have probably gone over to the karaoke bar, got a drink, and just chilled out. But as you can imagine, she's just really tired from the day. And especially, like, it was last night, actually, that they went to the singles bar in Windenburg, and it was a good time. They played foosball for a little while, got drinks. Apparently, Juniper's favorite drink in the entire world is a freaking, like, root beer float with it, like a cherry on top, like a maraschino cherry, which I think is so cute. Like, you know what I mean? She's so innocent like that. That's why I love her. And she's like relatable. Like her favorite drink, you guys, to get from a bar is a root beer float. That is her favorite drink. And she's passing out in the middle of the lobby. I'm like, no, girl. All right, so let's go ahead and harvest these harvestables. I'm just going to see what kind of money we can, I guess, scrounge up. This place is definitely a freaking mess. She lives, like, she just literally, like, moved on her own, which she did, in case you guys didn't catch that. Like, she hasn't lived on her own very long. That's why we're kind of struggling. Ooh, this poster's nice. I don't know, though. Like, I could sell it for some simoleons. 200 simoleons, you guys. 2 freaking 100. Oh, my God. Yes, girl. I'm so excited. All right, so we'll do a little bit of that, and then in about 3 more minutes, we're going to wrap it up. I know I'm having so much fun, actually. Usually the first parts of LPs are really relatively, like, kind of slow, and they are because, you know, in the first, like, 12 minutes or so, I was, like, basically giving you guys, like, a current household update or whatever, but I really feel like I'm fitting into my groove with this LP. Like, I feel like this is so up my alley that it just makes sense and it falls into place really nice, you know? So I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Oh my goodness, let's just go and get into her inventory really fast. Part 1, which is this one, 2, 3, and 4 probably will be pre-recorded and dispersed over the next, you know, what's today? The 31st, the 1st, 2nd, and no, actually, they'll be dispersed over the next 3 days. So you'll probably get 2 parts, part 1 and 2 today. And then you'll get, ooh, I kind of like the way that looks. What do you guys think? This one, like right here? I kind of like that, yeah? It's different. Ooh, up here too, kind of fills in that space. I like it. So you probably get part 1 and 2 today. And then part 3 tomorrow. Then part 4 the next day, but I might do a little more. It just depends, you know. I don't want to like do too much too fast, that kind of thing. Where did we get this Royal Wii microphone from? Oh my goodness, are you freaking kidding me? Did she steal this? Where are we finding these gems? I'm gonna see what I can do with this. I don't know if it's gonna like help me sing better or whatever, but I'm gonna play with it. And this chair, oh, I think this is like one of the cheaper chairs too. Oh my goodness, this was worth $190 some odd dollars. I feel like it fits her aesthetic a lot better. Like I said, and this may not be like a cheapy apartment or whatever, and who knows, we may not be able to afford to like stay here. But our furniture situation is definitely balling on a budget. And the trades for this place are Quake Zone, fast internet, and great acoustics. But I can imagine it getting a little worse from here, especially if she isn't keeping up with her bills or anything like that. I kind of want to like change the intensity or the color actually for this light into like something a little more like, I don't know, just fun. Because again, she is kind of like a young adult and, you know, she's probably into that kind of thing. So we'll do this. It's very interesting. Okay, so I'm starving. You want to go grab dinner with me at the Diving Pelican. Of course, it's my brother and he wants to go eat. I have like no energy whatsoever, so I'm going to have to like pass Brett. We're going to have her kind of just go ahead and get up. I wanted to see what this do. What this do. It's practice. It's a microphone. So if she wants to become a singer or whatever, we'll have her practice doing all that later. I'm just going to have her kind of clean up the kitchen because if she doesn't do it now, she'll never get an option to do it later. I'm actually going to go ahead and put that into the refrigerator. We have 922 simoleons, you guys. So, I mean, we're not really making a lot of money, but it looked like she kind of crapped her pants. I'm just like, damn, girl, that spice was on point. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. I totally freaking forgot. But I think I'm actually going to wrap it up right here. It seems like a good stopping point. Tomorrow we will have work, so you'll get to see that. I'll probably do one work from home session so that we can see kind of what that looks like and all the tasks that she has to accomplish, which I'm sure you guys will enjoy. And what is she waking up? She's gonna go potty. And yeah, all right. Well, I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much for joining in and sticking with me through the first part. I know they could be a little mundane. Don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun does not shine. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.